Hello hello, ngheบ้างเดี๋ยวเรามานั่งทำ speaking นะทั้งหมดกี่คนวันนี้แต่ว่ามันจะยาวนิดนึงนะอืมเดี๋ยวจะชี้แจงให้ฟังก่อนนะครับเราจะมีการทำ speaking ทั้งหมด3พาร์ทด้วยกัน speaking part 1 television program นะครับ list ของคำถามก็จะเป็น4ข้อนี้อืม
เอ๊ะ
ว่าไง
แป๊บขอ1 นาทีจะชวนทุกคนเข้าห้องกัน
โอเคโอเค
Okay, tutor, you can begin now.
อธิบายก่อนนะครับเดี๋ยววันนี้เนี่ยจะทำเป็น interview นะหมายถึงว่าจะมี speaking part 1 part 2แล้วก็ part 3มันจะมีอยู่3 หน้านะ part 1หน้านี้ part 2ก็คือหน้านี้แล้วก็ part 3หน้านี้เป็น discussion topic นั่นเองนะฮะ All right, so I'm going to let you see these kind of questions first, just because I think that you have to interview with me and I'm going to be interviewer. And after that, you have to respond for this kind of question, right? So the first part of speaking test is that television program. So the topic might be the same for all of you today. So you can see from 4 following questions here. The first one is that what do you usually watch TV program or TV show, right? Why not? So what you need to respond for the first question is that you have to explain a bit for a TV program, right? For example, yes, I do. I usually watch something, blah, 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 right? And then after that, what is your favorite TV program show? Okay, so here it might be a very interesting question just because you have to explain a bit more detail on your favorite program. For example, if you say, I usually watch, sport program, which is American football, which is, that is very interesting for my blah, 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 things like that, right? So again, for the second question, you have to explain what you really love doing or like doing something here. Okay. Next is that are there any TV program shows you don't like? The keyword here is that you don't like watching, right? So for example, like I do hate, let's say I do hate watching TV drama, things like that. Just because it might be ruined for my quality time or even it might get depressed something. So you have to, plan a bit for the third question here, just because the question aims to explore the idea of do not like or even dislike here, right? And the last question is that, do you think you will watch more TV or free TV program, right? Sorry for that. TV program show in the future. So this one is that you have to check the ability to use those kind of sentences, right? In future form. For example, like, I'm going to see TV, football, cartoon, or even TV program that is might be different from we used to. For example, like lots of dimensions or even pictures, right? Things like that. So you can add for more, right? Just cover for 4 questions here for speaking part 1. All right. Second, this one might be a storytelling, right? Speaking part 2, what you need to do is that you have to say to me at least 1 or 2 minutes, right? Describe someone you know who has started a business. So what you need to say is that who the person is, right? So talk about the person, right? For example, like the profession or job required. If you can say about your brother, sister, or even mother, or your dad, your mom, right? Your teacher, or even your close friend, things like that, and try to explain what work this person does. For example, if you are talking about a business person, right? We can see like maybe some people may achieve on something here. In the career path, right? It's just in the different way. For example, like education, business person, selling, whatever. So just talk about what work look like here. And next, why this person decided to start a business and explain whether you would like to do the same kind of work as this person. This one would be like you have to say something a benefit or pros and cons. For example, like doing business might gain lots of opportunity to do something else. And I think that it is a role model, blah, 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 things like that, right? So I try to involve everything together just because what you need to do is that you have to connect from the first question, who that the person is, and then explain the reason, the job look like, right? Or even like the job tasks here. And the last question is that you have to connect all of a person or even a job career here and the reason why that you are going to do in your future. This is for part 2, right? So try to talk at least 2 minutes here. It's a long session here. And the last section, moving to the last part is that discussion part. You can see like we're gonna have like 5 questions here. The first one is that what kind of job do young people not want to do in your country? So try to think about what you are not going to do in the future and try to explain what the reason why, okay? And next, who is the best advising young people about choosing a career? So you're gonna have 2 choices here. The first one is that teacher, counselor, or even parents, or the one that you trust the most, or things like that. So here, I can say that you have to choose first and then explain, elaborate by using more supporting detail toward teacher or parent here, right? Just because you have to choose first. Next is money, always the most important thing when choosing a career or a job. To what extent that you think it is important to say something about money? or another aspect that you can take it into consideration. For example, like job satisfaction, right? Happiness, things like that. So try to outweigh between money and other factors for this kind of question too. Good. Next, do you agree that many people having a poor work-life balance? So the concept of work-life balance here might be play an important role to say discussion for this part, just because you can say work in what way and then rest in what way, right? Relaxing, happiness, things like that. So try to involve with this kind of thing. Poor work-life balance, it seems that it might be it might be tough or it might be a little bit challenging here. So what you need to do is that try to solve this kind of problem into the way that we can improve poor work-life balance here. And the last question for the discussion topic is that could you recommend some effective strategy for employees, right? For the government and employees to ensure people have a good work-life balance. So for this question, it's kind of like problem solutions, okay? So it means that you have to come up with this kind of strategy. For example, like I think they're gonna have like museum or even green let's say like a green park in order to make sure that all of people can take a rest. This means that good work-life balance can be put into this kind of things, okay? Clear พร้อมยังถ้าพร้อมแล้วนะฮะ candidate เข้ามาเลยนะฮะเราจะเริ่มรันใครก็ได้นะแล้วก็พูด part 1 part 2 part 3คือถามไปเลยนะครับถามทีละข้อแล้วก็ตอบถามทีละข้อแล้วก็ตอบโอเค
Great. They are wondering if they can see script or not. Shahidee, Peter.
สคริปต์ดูได้แต่ว่าไม่ให้อ่านได้ไหม
Okay.
หมายถึง
Can
ว่า
you?
Yeah. I think it is possible to see some script just because you can lead the idea for your speaking here. But I don't suggest that you have to read out loud from your script because it might be ruined for your speaking. All right? Okay. Okay. ตามนั้น
Give them 2 or 3 minutes for preparation for the first segment.
ได้
2 or 3.
งั้น
What is going to
ให้เวลา prepare ก่อนนะใจเย็นๆนะครับเพราะเราต้องทำให้ดีที่สุดนะยูทั้งหลายโอเคว่าโดยเฉพาะพาร์ทนี้เนี่ยจะยากมากนะครับจะค่อนข้างยากรายการส่วนพาร์ท 3เนี่ยเราเทรนกันมาบ้างละในบางส่วนก็พอทำได้นะโอเคงั้นให้เวลา prepare นะให้เต็มที่เลย 4-5 นาทีใครพร้อมแล้วยกมือเลยนะฮะ
Okay.
ใครพร้อมบ้างใครพร้อมบ้างนะใคร
โอเค
พร้อมออกมาเลย
student number one
student number one right good okay มาครับ again right so I'm going to read the questions so what you need to do is just answer for this kind of question right look like we interview on the real day yep okay
one
good
moment
ชอบจังเลยอ่ะชอบการ operate นะฮะ
give me ฮัสนี
มาเลย ตื่นเต้นจังคือประเด็นคือติวเตอร์ไม่เห็นหน้าไงอยู่ต้องโฮสไอใหม่อันเนี้ยไอจะได้เข้าไปแบบเห็นหน้าด้วย
just ask student at least you can have conversation too
all
the first
right
student
all right first student right okay good ready
I am ready.
okay
I'm Sunny.
yeah all right Hasani can you tell me a little bit more about you just because this is the first introduction you have to introduce a little bit more about yourself first yeah
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from 311 and I'm come to this camp because I want to improve my English better.
All right, so you're ready, right? Okay, I'm going to start for the first part for the speaking test today. So the topic is all about like television programs, right? My first question to you is that what do you usually watch TV programs or even TV shows? Why or why not?
Actually, I do not usually watch TV program because in my house it have a television, but it cannot using it like yes, it broke and my mom doesn't need to fix it. My mom will just put it on the desk and like it furniture shows. So yeah, I do not usually watching television.
Good.
And the second question, what's your favorite TV program show? Even though I do not usually watching TV program because when I was 8 years old, I usually watching my favorite TV program is Disney Channel because in Disney Channel it's full of English language and it made me like better in English nowadays. Are there any program show you don't like watching? Why or why not? There are not any programs that I don't like to watching because I can watching any programs. Yes. Do you think you will watch more TV or free TV programs show in the future? Why? Why not? I think I will watch more TV show in the future because in the future I would like find something that relax my mind. Yes. And the speakers part 2. Describe someone you know who has started a business. I choose Elon Musk. His work about he's a CEO of about like Tesla and SpaceX project. And why this person decided to start business, I don't know what what the reason why, and explain whether you would like to do the same kind of work as this person. I would say I do not do the same kind of this work because I don't like technology and I don't like about the number or the mathematics about like that because that's so very confuse me. The speaking part 3, what kind of job do young people not want to do in your country? I think the kind of job is about like the heavy work because I think teenager nowadays don't have like patience enough to do to do this work about that. Yes. Who is the best at advising young people about choosing a job, teachers or parents? I think parents is better because it's the best at advising as like choosing a job because parents is stay with us and like stay with us stay with us for a long time, and I think parents know about myself and parents would choose a good I like a best job for us. Is money always the most important thing when choosing a job? I think it's not because if you like some job that like that fits about yourself, you wouldn't like think about the money that you receive because you love this job. The next one is, do you agree that many people having a poor work-life balance? Actually, I don't get this question. Can you like explain me about this question?
So for the first question, do you agree that many people having a poor work-life balance? So basically, let's say like those people who really commit to the work and they really work hard, didn't have enough time to playing or even relaxing some time. So the question is to try to, like any kind of activity to, to help or solve this kind of problem who really just only have a life for working. Yeah. Do you agree for this that like poor work-life balance happen to some of people who really work hard?
I do not agree because you are if you are born, you just like have some holiday or some free time for yourself. You don't have like full of life to do work or to do your job all the time. You must have some free time for yourself and relax yourself. And the next one, and actually don't get discussion as well.
All right, so for the last question is that could you recommend? So the keyword here is that recommend or suggest, advise something for some effective strategies, right? For a government or even employee. So basically we can see like just because we're gonna have we aims to have work-life balance in reality, right? When it comes to working, relaxing, or even traveling, things like that. Any kind of activity that government or people can do here. For example, like, do you think it is okay to provide some, gym or facility that can encourage lots of people to go at there? Or any kind of like we have to help for some money or raising for some basic salary, things like that, in order to make sure that a good life balance, they don't have to work really hard just because they can get enough money already, things like that. Do you get it? Okay, right. Okay, recommend just only one solution here. Yeah.
I think government should like administer or like
Mhm.
manage our country better, because nowadays the people who work hard does until dawn because of like money, and there are so like don't have money enough for receive them, and I think government should manage our country better. Like, yes, that's all.
Mhm. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Good to hear from you. All right,
Yes,
so yeah. So I'm going to say like that the ORs for your speaking is quite great and excellent, right? Just because we can see from your fluency, right? The first one is that we have to understand the way that we speak. So if you want to be, improve more in fluency, but I think it's okay for you, just enough for that fluency. And fluency, it means that you have to talk freely, and then you have to talk spontaneously, meaning that you have to think less and then just deliberate your speaking here. So this one is very important for fluency. Second is all about like accuracy or grammatical accuracy, right? So for speaking, we have to choose just a word or even simple grammar, just because we have to make sure that the other person can understand what we are saying. That's it, right? And also the way that we have to connect all of idea in each question together. This called coherent or cohesion, right? It means that you can practice the way that you can connect all of ideas and then delivering speaking in the same way, right? And last one is all about pronunciation. I would say that you are great in terms of pronunciation with American accent, and also that the way that we have to listen and see for more progress. Maybe next time we can practice for more, right? Good. Thank you so much, Hasani. Next. คนที่สองเลยครับ นี่ มาเลย
My name is Jayo Lazaran.
All right. Are you ready? Yes or no?
Of course.
Okay, good. I'm going to start with the first one here. Television programs, right? What do you usually watch TV programs? Sure. Why not?
Normally, I usually watch TV program in bedroom because bedroom is a safe zone for me, and I don't want to member in the family annoying me. That's it.
Good. All right. For second question, what is your favorite TV programs?
I favorite Chinese series because Chinese series make me to know or learn a Chinese language, and make me to give moral of series. That's it.
Next is that are there any programs you don't really like watching it? Why not?
I don't watch toxic nail because nowadays the world development too far away. But the toxic nail right is a make people or make me too sad. That's it. This is the reason why I don't like toxic nail.
Good. And the last question for speaking part one is that do you think you will watch more TV or free TV program in the future? Why not?
fifth TV program because nowadays the world development have a smartphone, MacBook, iPads, have a many choice to children. That's it.
Okay, good. All right, so moving to next part here, speaking part 2. So basically for this one is that you have to describe someone you know, right? Who can start a business here. Who that person is, what kind of work the person does, and why the person decided to start a business, and explain why you would like to be in the same career of this person or not. Okay, you got it right? Okay, can you start? 1, 2, 3, go.
As I chose Rihanna Fendi. Rihanna Fendi, she is single, but now she turned a cosmetic brand over. The name is Fendi Beauty. And the question is why this person decided to start a business and expand. I think it's because she wants